Darrell, first things first, what are you thinking when it comes to an appeal for the red card?
Yeah, well, Sunday morning I watched the game back. I woke up early, watched the whole game back. Obviously, viewed the red card. I think once he's made that decision, it's probably the right call to send him off. Do think there was a bit of a case where the lads come through the back of Lucas, to be honest with you, a little bit to get the ball, but I don't think an appeal would necessarily get the result that we wanted. So we'll take our medicine. Lucas will learn from that. I think he just deals with the first ball. I want my goalkeeper to be aggressive coming off his line, and he shows that in abundance. But he's also got to learn, and I'm sure he will.
I was going to say, what kind of stuff can you say to him? Because without
just
red now.
Yeah, just deal with it. I mean, the first red, I'm not even getting into that. Listen, it's not a red card. It's as simple as that. I was hoping for an apology, to be honest with you. It's not a red card, so that doesn't count for me. The Saturday one counts for me, where he's just got to deal with the ball. He's in a great starting position. Just clear the ball first time, clear your danger, kick it in rose head, reset. But like I said, that individual decision, and he cares. You know, the lads are rallying around him on the bus. He apologises to the whole group. He cares. I've got a group of players that really care and want to do well for this football club. So we'll pick him up, but he's got to learn.
Tell us about Aidan Stone. We've had a couple of glimpses of him in friendlies.
Yeah, listen, Aidan comes in with an opportunity, doesn't he? He's had a solid pre-season. He came on, Chesterfield did what he needed to do, made a good save on Saturday, so we'll be looking forward to it.
How do you react personally as a manager to defeats?
I don't really change, really, to be honest with you. Win, draw, lose. Obviously losing kills me, but I get up, watch the game back, assess it, look at it, have the conversations I need to have with people I need to have, and then we watch the video of the good and the bad this morning with my players, debrief it, look at things, have individual man management chats with players that need that, then I park it. And once we leave that room this morning after the meeting, it's gone, and then we're on to the next game. As soon as we get on the training grass this afternoon, we're ready for the next game, which is Sunderland.
How much did you learn from watching it back as a whole?
I think I've been learning for a while with this group, to be honest with you, and nothing's set in stone. I keep saying this, nothing's set in stone. Is in personnel, formations. We've got 7 debuts on Saturday, and you can play as many pre-season games as you like. I'm afraid, chaps, it's nothing for the real McCoy. So we need to learn. Like I said to my players, we need to learn quickly. August is a very, very always ramped in game where there's Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, Tuesday. Hopefully we're still in the Cups. But September could be potentially Saturday, Saturday, Saturday for 4 weeks in Saturday. So we'll reevaluate. I'm sure everybody will have had their opportunity over the course of these August months, and it's about getting better and stronger as the season goes on.
What are you thinking when it comes to team selection for Sunderland? You see some people make changes. Are you thinking full strength though?
I think I've got 21 good contracted players at the club, so I don't see it that way, if that makes sense. I see it as in a way as in there will be changes, but for me the lads have got to come in and we want to win the game. It's as simple as that. We haven't got young lads as such, have we? To be honest, I think we've got lads that have got plenty enough experience to be able to come in and perform.
Must whet the appetite this week. Sunderland at home and then your first home league.
Yeah, it does. We've got to get it's damp squid Saturday for me. Disappointing result. I thought we were a better team first half without being spectacular by any stretch of the imagination. We have to look after the ball better to be able to get us up the pitch, to get our danger men higher up the pitch, your David Worrells and your Tom Collins, to be able to produce better end product. But then when we had the opportunity to produce better end product on Saturday, our final pass or a shot wasn't as good as it could be.
You're obviously far better placed than me to talk about tactics, but when you talk about getting your danger men further up the field, does that possibly mean a change of shape? Or?
No, well, listen, it's like anything is. It was and needs to be for whatever formation that be, whether he plays the right wing back or as a wide player. To be able to get your wing backs higher up the pitch, you have to retain the ball in the opposing half for longer periods and not be slack with possession, and that gets them higher. And then they're playing as wide players. Okay, so we didn't particularly do that in Saturday's game, in my opinion. We've got to be better at that, looking after the first pass, the second pass, the third pass, enables them to flatten out and us give us options for getting our wider players, higher up the pitch.
Any recruitment progress? Do you have much time?
Yeah, listen, I said all along there will definitely be 2 players coming in before the end of the window, and that'll be the case.
Brilliant, thank you very much.
That'll obviously you always got in your mind, particularly when you started the season, what would be your starting 11. It's still only the first game in more ways than one, so really there's a lot of opportunities for players to put themselves back in the picture, isn't really? Because a lot of people will look at your first selection and think maybe that is going to be, but it's not, is it?
No, it's not going to be, George. It's not going to be. Like I said, new group. How do players fit in? How quickly do you assess players? People assess players now. A lot of clubs, and I'm not having a dig at our supporters, certainly not, but most supporters assess a player after 30 minutes, 45 minutes now. Yeah. I mean, if we were all going to sit honestly, how quickly and long do you assess players? And that can be as long as you want it to be as an individual, can't you? If someone has a bad game, does that make him a rubbish player? If he doesn't start off well at a club, does that make him a rubbish player? For me, it's about the process of working with players, working hard with players, with my staff, getting these players better individually and collectively, and making sure that they're improving as an individual and as a group.
You're looking towards Sunderland, of course, and you say not much time to turn it round. So, still in your thoughts, you've done your homework again on the research what you saw Saturday. Have you had much time to research what Sunderland? I know you've got the scouts.
Yeah, well, that was my Sunday. Listen, watch our game back, assess it, analyse it, clip it, get the presentation we want to present to the boys this morning right. Then after that, I'm straight into watching the Sunderland's game. It's difficult to go and assess Sunderland because they might make changes. You're not really sure what teams do and how their cup games are going to be, so it's difficult for that. But it's difficult for the early games to assess the opposition, to be honest with you, because in normally 5-6 games a team sort of give you a pattern or a style of so that you sort of know what you're coming up against a lot of the time.
Because Sunderland, as we all know, they're a big name club, aren't they, really? And many people, they're probably in the wrong division, but you're on and you play against what you have, but they're coming here with a big reputation and they want to progress in this cup.
Big reputation. League One, Sunderland was in the Premier League, but Lee Johnson's a talented manager. I'm sure he'll get Medin in the right direction, but it just goes to show it doesn't matter, does it? Doesn't matter what your name is. Names, at the end of the day, still 11 men versus 11 men. You can have the biggest support base that you've got, which Sunderland have got a Premier League support base, but they're still in League One. Until they earn the right to get out of League One, it's all immaterial. It's like ourselves, Port Vale in League Two. Everybody thinks we shouldn't be in League Two, but until you earn the right to get out of it, it's all immaterial. Names don't mean anything. It's about putting performance in, and the big teams, the bigger name teams in divisions, trust me, normally gets 5-10% extra off the opposition as well. So they're in for a tough season, but I'm sure Lee'll get it right.
But for yourself, you want to make progress in this cup, and certainly a victory tomorrow would certainly give you the platform, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we're looking for that platform, we're looking for that base to kick us on. I think the first win's always the hardest one, if I'm honest with you, and hopefully then we get that on board and we can kick on.
Any problems from Saturday in terms of injuries?
Yeah, one or two. Like I said, George, I talk about that after the game, so happy to ask questions of who missed out and why they missed out, whether that be tactical or injury, not a problem. So ask me after the game tomorrow night and I'll keep you informed.
Finally from me, Darrell, how's James Gibbons progressing?
Yeah, progressing well. He's had a couple of weeks up St George's. We've had the hamstring scanned. That's fully recovered. He's into full training now today, and hopefully he can get that consistency in training and game time that enables him not to break down anymore. But we've done the best we can with the rehab and the work we've done. It's been the same hamstring now 2-3 times, so I'm hoping the lad gets a bit of luck from here, because he's a great lad and he deserves that.